In the previous video, I introduced a bug, and I also forgot to include one bug fix in an earlier video, so I'm going to fix both of those things now. Let me show you the bug that I introduced last time. So I'm going to go ahead and run the password manager. And I'll go ahead and log in, and I'll type the password and hit submit. So this is working, but when I hit orientation change, I either get a crash or I get no display. So the reason this is happening is because I'm now changing the salt and ciphertext in two places. One in onSave instant state, and again in onDestroy. And in onSave instant state, I also save the cipher password so that I don't need to log back in. But when you change the orientation of the device, you call both onSave instant state, which saves the updated password, but then generates another new salt and saves the ciphertext and the salt in onDestroy. So when you get back to onCreate and it tries to log you back in, the salt doesn't match the password anymore. So the easy way to fix that is to keep track of whether you've updated the password using the new salt or not. And if you have, then don't go ahead and generate a new salt. So I'm going to do that in main activity. And I'm going to create a new property up here at the top called private boolean m saved password, and that's going to be false. So if msaved password is false, that means that I haven't saved the password, so I want to generate a new salt, save the ciphertext, and onDestroy, and then I'm good. But if I have saved the password, that means I've already generated a new salt and saved everything, so I don't want to redo it and onDestroy a second time. So here in onSave instant state, if I get here, I've both saved the salt and ciphertext and also saved the re-encrypted password. So I'm going to set m saved password equal to true here. And then in onDestroy, in addition to checking that the password is not null, I'm also going to check to see that I haven't already saved the password. So now I'm going to go ahead and run this. And I'm going to go ahead and log in. And change the screen orientation. And I still have my accounts. So I'm still logged in. I still have my accounts. If I change the screen orientation, it still works. Good. So I'm not keeping track of which account is currently displayed, and I don't actually care about that. If you want to try to fix that, you're welcome to. You can just keep track of it, which one is currently showing as a property that gets saved in your saved instant state bundle. But I'm okay with it, so I'm going to leave that alone. There is another bug though. If I delete that and then delete that, so I don't have any accounts left, and then I try to change the orientation, I get a crash. So let's see, password manager, just start it. So that actually works, but it doesn't work the other way. And the reason is in account item fragment in set accounts, if you're restarting or you've created accounts and deleted them, then account text is actually going to be the empty string. And that's because this get accounts If there are no accounts defined, getAccounts is just going to return an empty string here. And an empty string is not the same as null in Java. So if you pass in an empty string, it's going to go past this test. It's going to try to split each line out. There are no lines, so you just get an empty string still, an array of one empty string. And then it's going to loop through each account. It's going to try to split it based on a colon. There's no colon in the empty string, so that just gets split into empty string as well, and then you hit a crash. So to fix that, what I want to do is right here, I want to say if params.length is equal to, that means I got both an account name and a password, and then I'm going to close that off right here. So I'm only going to do this code if I actually have a real account line. Otherwise I just skip it and I don't get any accounts. And then I need to do one more thing, which is in main activity, when I restart and I'm logged in, I basically need to restore that add button. And there's a little problem in doing that because in onCreate that add button doesn't actually exist. It doesn't really exist until onCreate options menu, where it explicitly gets hidden until the user logs in. So what I need to do is somehow know here whether the user's logged in or not. And so I'm going to create another property for that. Private boolean am logged in, which is false. And then here, if I get here, I know I'm logged in successfully, so I'm going to set am logged in to true. And I'm also going to be logged in if I get to login submit here. So I'll go ahead and add that. And here's where the madd item is actually getting shown normally, so that's fine. But what I want to do here is in onCreate options menu, if am logged in, then I want to show the add item. Else, I'm not logged in, so that's when I want to hide it. So that should be everything. Let's go ahead and try it. I'm going to go ahead and hit the run button. And custom phone. Okay, so I'm going to log in, submit, and we'll add an account item. And I'll hit, oh, I didn't submit, and I already had one. So anyways, that's still working. Let's go ahead and delete it. Okay. So now let's try changing the orientation. Good, and so we have our add account button. Submit, and rotate. And then select and delete. And really it should clear this and get rid of that, but that's a detail for now. But it seems to be working.